Welcome to Acute Media Live. Gosh, I wish we could listen to that entire song, but it's 8.5 minutes, and I'm sure Source understands. But that was Source with Memories of Yesterday. Tom, how are you? Tom's with me from London.
I'm not so bad. Well, I'm not great, but I've been there.
You're about half like I am, right? About half.
Yeah, I've had sort of man flu most of the week.
Yeah.
It worked out that when I'm ill, I just eat sweets. I've got sweets for like my nose, one for my throat. Just constantly eating sugar for like.
That's
Sort
good.
of,
It's good for you. It's good for you all the time, I think.
yeah, I
Right?
don't know.
Flanger is with me from Berlin. Welcome, guys. It's very nice to have you.
Hello, thanks for
Hi,
having
guys.
us. That song was awesome. We were just Shazamming it so we can listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, that's Source. They're from Denver. I've seen them in Pittsburgh, and very nice guys, and also a three-piece band. And they sound similar to you guys, so I felt like that was fitting to lead us
Good.
into the show.
Good.
Well, tell the folks a little bit about Flanger. I know about Flanger. It's in the bio. If they want to read about you, they can. But you're on the show now, so just tell the folks a little bit about you guys, how you formed, and things like that.
Sure. Well, I guess Mo is really the person who can answer this better than anyone. So go ahead, young beautiful boy.
Okay, we started out just Chris and I basically hit it off with some demo songs and put them online and looked for more band members here. I guess we started out in 2022, and then we had Julian joining in, and we also have two more band members which are not here today. We have our drummer Gabor and our lead guitarist Edgar. And yeah, then we started making our first songs for the EP last year, and we started releasing them this year. And we're Berlin based, and yeah.
Yeah. I think it goes back a little bit further than that though, because Mo was messing around twiddling his guitar strings before we even met. Because he's been in bands, I've been in bands. We've all basically been in bands before we even met. And yeah, so I think like during like lockdown, COVID times, I was in another band and they couldn't practice because we couldn't meet up. So then, as musicians do, we get pretty bored. So I think on Facebook, Mo made an advertisement and was like, does anyone want to sing over this? And it was like, I think it was like the original, like the very early kind of Levitate demo, the song that we released. And I was like, oh yeah, this sounds really cool. And so I was like, come on then, let's meet up. But he wanted to hear my voice. And as a singer, I'm pretty useless at doing anything but singing. So I can't record and I can't play any instruments or anything like this.
So yeah, the first demo was
Just down the phone.
So yeah, I remember sending over a demo and he was like, maybe we should meet and you can show me what you can do. So yeah, we met up and yeah, and then yeah, we just started jamming out and sort of making like vocals over his demos, and then we were like, oh, okay, there's something here. We kind of gelled and got along with each other, and still have to this day. And as Mo said, like found the rest of the members, and equally as important, like getting kick-ass bass player here involved, because as you can I mean, as you can probably hear in our music, like bass is pretty important with our timing and things. So yeah, that's kind of how we started. Yeah.
So we were talking before we went live. You guys are all from different areas. Did you know each other before, or how did this? Was it just kind of throw it online and let's see who we get?
Yeah, the latter. So it was basically the magic of the internet happening.
Mark Zuckerberg got us together. That's how it happened.
Yeah. He did something right. He did something.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are all here in the same scene from Berlin and Berlin heavy metal. But we didn't know each other before that, except for for our drummer Gabor. We have been friends before, and he has been the producer of my former bands. And then he just joined in later because he liked it so much and he couldn't resist joining. The rest we meet online.
Nice. Cool. So everybody, whose idea was it to base in Berlin?
I think it was just a default matter because we were all based in Berlin anyway. So
okay. Oh, you were already there then?
Okay. Yeah, we were already here. So yeah. Mo was like, he obviously being the only German in the band was basically So he created it, and
where are the other guys from?
Gabor is German, and Edgar is from Venezuela.
Venezuela. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So okay, now I was trying to
It
get my
does say in the bio international band. It is an international
Well, yeah.
band.
That wasn't our outreach. That wasn't our
No,
audience.
no,
That was just
no.
us.
Yeah. It just happened to. Yeah.
Just happened to be like that.
Yeah.
Now Venezuela is I know it's in
Well,
South America. That's
yes.
also okay. See, I'm very bad. Very bad. I shouldn't be this bad for having 24 different countries on the show. I should not be this bad with was it geography, geographical areas of the world. Yes, I should know this by now. But I did get Sweden finally on the show, so I was able to talk about the Swiss Alps finally. That was before.
There you go.
Yeah, the music's phenomenal. When your story came across my Instagram, the Instagram stories, when you guys had an ad going on Instagram or something like that, and it came across, I was like, this is right up my alley because Perfect Circle is my favorite band.
Yes, I was going to wear a Perfect Circle T-shirt today.
I was going to also, but I thought I would wear Source since. But I was like, this sounds really good. And guests that I have on the show, I don't have to like the music. It's not about that. It's just when I hear something I really like, I really want to get it on the show because I want to know. I want to know more. So I heard it and I'm like, this is good. This is good stuff. So before I even went to your profile, I got it on my Apple Music and I was like, this is bomb because it sounds like Tool, but then it doesn't. And then it sounds like something. And I was like, this is real. So I looked at your profile and it said Berlin. I was like, well, this is even better. Because this is the third guest from Germany I've had on. So I was like, this is okay. So I sent you a message and here we are.
Are we your favorites?
Are you my favorite from Germany? Yes. Today. Yes. Today.
Very good answer.
Everybody's my favorite guest. Everybody. I have to say that.
No, it's true though. Because obviously, our music is very Tool sounding, and it's very influenced, I guess, by definitely. I love Maynard anyway, and Mo wrote the majority of our early songs, so I guess you were probably quite influenced by Tool.
I think this is just the common ground where we started on. I was really inspired by Tool, obviously, because it was my ex-girlfriend's favorite band, and I really got into it. But then I just brought out those demos and looked for other members to bring in their influences. And I think Chris' approach on vocals is really different from Maynard's, and I think it's adding more texture and uniqueness to the music than right away just copying Maynard. Maynard is someone you don't want to just copy right away. So I'm glad to have Chris, who sounds really, really different.
Yeah.
It's still very you, even though it's got you can hear the influences, but it's not. It's definitely not a direct copy at all.
And there was Korn and Deftones in your bio also as influences. How did those fit in?
I think we're on our way to progressing. The songs that you heard are already pretty old. I think I wrote the majority of them between 2019 and 2022, and those are this was the common ground to start from together. And now we're growing together as a band naturally, and everyone is throwing in their influences. And I think we have some new stuff coming up. We're about to hit the studio, and I guess you will be hearing more of this Deftones or Vola vibe, the more modern prog and alternative approach. So we got ourselves some down-tuned 7 strings, and it's getting a little heavier. So it still has this really progressive and alternative ambient vibe to it, but still on the other hand, it's going heavier, lower, and a little bit more modern. So be excited about this. I'm
excited already. Yeah. That's
crazy.
How can it get any better than it is?
Let's see.
I kind of want to go ahead and play a song. I know it's early in the show, but I like to do this early sometimes so people can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about if they haven't heard you yet, and if they haven't, my goodness, they need to go listen because it's excellent. For the 2 songs you guys chose, it was Stellar Mirage and Levitate. Which one do you guys want to let the audience hear first?
Let's go with Levitate first. It was the first song ever we recorded where the whole band started. So let's start with this.
Okay. Do you want to talk about what it's about lyrically or what it's about musically?
It's quite weird because we were trying to figure out actually the other day who wrote the lyrics for Levitate. That's what it is, right? So it turned out that Mo wrote half of them and then I wrote the other half. So it's kind of like a zombie thing. I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember what I was writing about. And do you remember what you were writing about?
I think so. We asked ChatGPT what all lyrics are about.
Yeah.
And it pretty much captured what we were initially planning. So it's about overcoming your past and like levitating above the things that you left behind. That's the phrase of a chorus.
There you go.
Nice.
I like the fact that you're using AI to work out your own songs.
I know.
It's just like-
That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
It was written.
Yeah, we, of course,
yeah.
We didn't write. We didn't write it.
No, I get it.
But we were not sure what it is actually about. So we asked ChatGPT, what do you think?
Well, I've used that. I've used AI a little bit for writing things, but you know, it doesn't get everything right. It kind of it turns out corny sometimes, and it's just like I'm not gonna sing about that, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, here is Flanger, and here's Levitate.
Sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yes, my goodness, that song reminds me of Tool so much, but in a flanger kind of way. If that makes any sense.
Thank you so much.
We have a new chatter in the chat room, and they were just surfing around looking for tunes, and they came across the show. They go by Minnesota Dave. They say that he loves it, loves the stuff.
Oh,
Awesome.
So you gained another fan. That's what I try to do here. Just pour on the fans.
That's
Pour on the
cool.
fans.
Follow us on the social media because that seems to be the best way. Hey?
Nice.
Oh,
Tom,
we
I'm
got
going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you the floor for Levitate and what your thoughts are.
yeah, that was brilliant. It was fantastic. There's other kind of I mean, I hear the Tool influence, but there's other things in it as well. I don't know what I was kind of hearing. The chorus is really sort of anthemic as well. I don't know. Sort of, what other influences do you guys have? I mean, is what you're listening to right now? Let's.
Well, I think like vocal wise, it's I've always been into bands like Killswitch Engage and this sort of stuff, like quite heavier vocals.
Right.
But my vocal isn't really so much heavy vocals, but I always kind of try and bring out that heaviness, but
Yeah.
keep it a little bit melodic as well.
Yeah.
So like Killswitch Engage is a big influence on me, especially when we were maybe putting vocals down for Levitate. It was like, Jesse Leach is like one of my favorite singers because he's proper hardcore and I love him. But yeah, I think for me, like I grew up listening to Killswitch and a lot of punk and mixed in with bands like Oasis and stuff. So
Right.
I think for me, the vocal influences come from kind of lots of different places. So yeah, maybe a bit. What about you?
I grew up with bands like Korn, Slipknot, Rammstein, System of a Dawn. This is what taught me how to play guitar, and I was massively influenced in my songwriting style by those bands. I would not necessarily say that Tool was one of my biggest influences as a guitarist. Tool was one of the biggest influences in making Flanger because they showed me how to use odd meters and polyrhythmics, and that was really mind-blowing for me as a tool, so to say, for new songwriting skills. But I would say it's more for a straightforward metal like Korn and Slipknot, but I'm always going back to my love for those bands I have been listening to as a teenager.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Flanger?
That is maybe
the laziest name in the world.
It's really about
what effect are we using today?
It's just relating to the guitar effect flanger, which we are using quite a lot on vocals, on guitar, on bass. All the time, everything needs to have flanger wherever it's suitable. We put flanger on it, and so we're going like, let's just call ourselves flanger.
Yeah, that intro of that song is very it's great. It's fantastic. It sounds brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Really good.
I love the bass tone. It's
yeah. Just it's sort of Well, I'm a bass player, you might notice, but so yeah.
Hey Mo, have you ever seen Rammstein live?
Yes.
I saw them one time, and I would go back maybe. There was so much fire. There was so much fire on that stage. I couldn't see what was happening. There was fire. There was a dildo spraying the crowd with water because there was so much fire, but it was coming from the lead singer, and the keyboards were on fire. Everything was on fire. That was terrific, but it was so hot. It was already hot in there. It was in this arena, and it was already so hot in there. But the dildo cooled it off. I will never ever say that in a sentence ever again. But I mean, just spraying the entire, the dildo felt good. The dildo felt good. I'll never say that again.
Yeah. I read about those. I think those were kind of early days Rammstein concerts. I think when they came over to the US and they had the big dildo on tour with them. And I think they got banned.
Oh, it was a big dildo for sure. Huge dildo.
Because they had like this giant penis that they were.
It was and it was like firemen would have been jealous at this dildo. Like this could have put out fires of cities, city. Okay, enough about the dildos. Enough about the sexual toys, guys. Enough about that. No, you can talk. I don't care what we talk about. Yeah, it's that song, that intro. Yeah, you're right. I didn't want to. I usually don't focus on certain parts. It's the whole song, just the way it builds up, and then all of a sudden it's over, and it's like, no, it can't be over yet. Let's keep going, you know.
But it's already 7 minutes.
Yeah, but you can't put that. Oh, I also want to say hi to Matt Miller. He's from. I've got to say this band name right because I screwed it up like a bunch of times on their show. Crimson Throne. They're from Maryland and they were on recently. He said he just said, imagine the security checks in the airport for that tour package. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, giant dildo.
Yeah, you're gonna check that.
They see it all the time. Look at that gun. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of euphemisms you can use on that. I don't know. Well, okay, it's wintertime. It's wintertime here in West Virginia. That means crazy weather. It was sort of warm yesterday. I think we talked about this when Matt was on the show that Crimson Throne was on recently. We don't have quite an inch of snow. Is there any snow in London, Tom, yet?
No, not
you
yet.
guys don't really get snow.
It's cold. It's
raining.
Cold.
It's been raining like a son of a bitch.
It's rain basically.
Yeah. What about Berlin? I know in Berlin it gets you guys get snow and cold and stuff, right? Is it that time of year for that?
Some snow, I think last week, but it didn't really stay, so we couldn't build any snow penises.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I mean, it was quite cool to watch. It does get cold. I mean, it's not as cold yet. It's still it's like 6 degrees. I can't remember what that is in Fahrenheit, but
yeah, I know. I should know that. Yeah, that's another thing I should know, and I don't. I'm gonna find out though. Damn it.
Okay. Hang on. We can't hear you.
Oh, you must hear me. Yeah, I should know the Celsius conversion.
We'll just talk randomly about
Celsius to. Well, I'll do this conversion while you're doing that. Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, you said 6 degrees, right?
Can you?
6 degrees.
Check
So why is this? Okay, there we go. I found it. That would okay. Yeah, that'd be 42 degrees. Yeah. So yeah, that's not that bad, really. That's not quite freezing yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just
I think today here it is 30. So in Celsius, now that I have this conversion thingy, my doodle thing here, it is -1 here.
Okay, that's pretty cold.
It is in Fahrenheit, but in it's now Minnesota Dave was in the chat. I assume he's in Minnesota. Are you in Minnesota?
Well, maybe not. Maybe he's not Minnesota, and he's just.
It might just be Dave and not Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota, and he's actually somewhere else.
You would think in Minnesota gets pretty cold. It gets downright cold.
Yeah, I think it's one of the
It's up there in the States.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of the colder ones.
How's the London fog holding up? Okay, I'm going to quit doing that. I know that's. I always make fun of Tom because of there's a I guess it's a myth. It's more of a myth than anything that London. I think they teach American kids that just to look dumb, you know. Like
well, I think it can be foggy, but I think it's more
Minnesota Dave is from Minnesota, but he's actually in Kentucky. Kentucky.
There you go. You see,
Kentucky's very close by to me. I'm in West Virginia, Dave, so we're very close by.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I finally got a. Yeah. Okay. I keep saying for some reason. It's weird. Dale, the first guest on a Keep Me Alive. They did their honeymoon. Him and Ashley Beverly did their honeymoon in London.
Yeah.
And he actually performed. He performed a couple times. I don't know if you saw the posts. You might have seen. He
I didn't see it. And for some reason, I couldn't see it. I don't know why.
Right. Yeah. I'll see if I can. I think they're on YouTube also. I'll have to send you a link to YouTube where he played. But I guess he couldn't bring his guitar over with him, of course. Right. So he played someone else's. He said it was a different key, but he managed well, and they enjoyed their time. They went and saw the sights. You know, they saw the sights. Spent some time. But I just got a thank you card from the wedding, and we have someone that loves Flanger in the chat.
Hi.
Harsha. Harsha? Do you know Harsha? Who was that?
Oh, I love that boy. Who's Harsha? Oh, Harsha. So I'm a bit of a band whore. Harsh is actually in the other band that I sing in called Inspector. So that's cool. He's the bass player, a very talented musician, and he's super awesome, and I love that guy so much.
Inspector. Well, we got to get other bands on too. I'd love to have you guys on.
You can just do this twice with me.
Or you can. The funny thing is, you could co-host with me, and you could interview your own band. You know.
True. I would love to interview Harsha because I tell you what, he has some of the best stories. I tell you what, because he's a man of the world. Like he went to Oxford University to study maths.
Oh, that's pish posh, right?
And he's like some sort of genius, and he's a lovely guy. And
I don't know if he'd fit on the show then.
The best stories. When you speak to him, like and ask him to tell you stories. Oh, I won't. When I did an interview before, I spoke a bit too much about his stories, and he got annoyed because I gave him too much information. But I'll let him do it next time.
Okay. Well, yeah. Harsha, come on the show. Let's talk. What did you say? Math? Good at math. We'll see if he's smarter than me. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a math off.
I count on my fingers still, right. and I'm pushing 45. So. Pushing. How old are you now, Tom? I'm kidding. You don't. Nope. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Harmon was on the other day. He's still muscular, by the way.
Is he? Good stuff.
He hasn't held back. Has not held back. All right. I want to do the offstage segment, but I don't know whether we should listen to the next song or not. We just listened to a song. So what do you say we do the offstage segment now? Yeah. You guys good? You want to do something random? Completely random?
Always give it.
Okay, this is new. Tom's new to this also. He hasn't. We've talked wieners on here, Tom, with you.
Yeah,
we've done that. Hot dogs, not what you think, Chris.
Okay. We already spoke about lunchtime.
And we did landmarks for a while. That was fun.
We did. Yeah.
And I still welcome those. But it was kind of falling off a little bit there. So I wanted to do something just random where it was just whatever, you know. So that's what this is about. This kind of taking you off the stage. It's going to be a little bit about music, but it's not going to be much about Flanger. It's not going to be much about what we're talking about on the show. Okay.
Fun.
So completely random questions, and you're allowed to work together. I think on some of them. I am going to start with this one though. Okay. So I had this idea where I would have, and I think this started with Matt Miller. Hopefully he's still on, because this is his question. I forgot to ask American Theory, which was the last guest I had on, the question that Crimson Throne had for American Theory. I completely forgot about it. So I'm going to start with that question. So hopefully he's still watching. Okay, this was the last guest. Well, the guest before the last guest question to you guys. Okay, you're going to have fun with this. Tom, you're allowed to answer this also if you want.
Right, okay.
Okay, would you rather have dicks for fingers or never be able to taste anything again? I'll wait. Tom, you can go first.
Tom go first. Tom, yeah.
I'm strangely going to go for the dicks for fingers.
Oh, no. Seriously?
That's odd. What? You know what? I mean, like, you're talking like a lot of dicks, right? So
and you're a bass player. Imagine slapping the bass.
You're going to be quite popular somewhere along the line, right?
I mean, I guess so. I don't come up with the rules here.
You don't have to eat your hands either. You could use, so
you could. One, yeah, I guess so. I don't know if that entails an applause or
applause.
Oh, Matt says he concurs.
Nice.
All right, Flanger, what do you think? Dicks for fingers or your taste buds?
No, let's try to keep it professional.
No, you don't have to do that.
He's single now. He'll definitely have dicks for fingers. Imagine.
I mean, having dicks for fingers sounds handy, but
sounds fun.
Imagine playing the guitar. Like, how would you pull that off? Wouldn't it hurt a little bit?
I mean, no.
Slapping your dick on the frets.
Not if they're hard. Not if they're hard.
You slide guitar.
You can always blow. I'm in for not tasting anymore because I would suck at guitar.
Not if you had had the dicks for fingers, you wouldn't suck. I mean, you would. I don't know, something like that. What a good question from Matt. I can't believe I forgot. I might have to ask that question for everyone, though. I mean, that really stumps people. I'm gonna have to consult Matt for questions from now on.
I think personally, I'd have. I wouldn't have dicks or fingers. I'm happy with my one that I've got. And I mean, yeah, you can do a lot of magic with fingers.
Okay. Do you guys have any hidden talents that doesn't have anything to do with music? Like, can you? I had a guy that could turn his eyelids inside out. You know, there's people that can roll their tongue.
It's not talent.
Or any weird tricks or thing. Can you do any magic tricks? Can you levitate? That'd be good for your song.
I'm pretty good with card tricks.
Hey, look, Mo can do it. You can do card tricks.
Deck of cards, but I'd be able. I mean, if I had a deck of cards, I could show you.
Oh, a magician always has a deck of cards in their back pocket.
I do usually have a deck of cards with me. I went traveling recently, and I didn't want to my deck of cards, but I think I don't think can you do anything weird? Probably.
I'm super great when it comes to estimating the volume of food that you have to store away and the volume of a Tupperware to put it in. It's always fit like a glove, 100%.
It's the most German answer you could have ever.
It's very German. Efficiency.
No, nothing special really.
I can put my arms together like inside and do that. So the insides of my elbows are together and do that. Is that a hidden talent? I don't know.
I don't
know. I'm gonna try it now.
So like the insides touch.
All right.
Oh, so they're not up. They're like
the inside.
I'm not doing that.
Like that. So maybe I can. So like the bits touch like this inside, and then you can do that.
Is that also a German thing? Oh wait, you're not.
I'm not German. It's a Norfolk thing. In Norfolk, we have lots of.
I have never ever heard of that. Yeah. How about you, Tom? I know you have a hat collection, but we'll get to that around Christmas time. But do you have any hidden talents that I don't know about yet?
I can't think of anything straight off, really, to be honest.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm kind of really quite sort of talentless in general. I don't know.
There are people like that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's look down the list here. Let's get you a good one. A good one. Have you guys played shows out a lot? Have you played?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Have you played any shows? Because that would come down to whatever I would ask you here.
Oh right, so whatever you're going to ask us might be quite boring because we have never played a live show.
What?
Okay.
Oh, you have to. You have to get your ass to America and play also. Either that or we have to come over there and watch.
We're one of those bands that just go into a studio and record lots of kick-ass music and then just go, we don't need to
you need it, take a world tour.
We plan to go out next year and do some live shows for sure. I think this year it was very much so. The band kind of went through a lot of different stages, right? So obviously it was just myself and Mo to start with, and COVID and things like that. We were recording, and then obviously Julian got involved, and Edgar got involved, and then we kind of had one drummer, and then she left, and then we kind of have another drummer, and he's now involved, and it just takes it's not like we're playing like 4/4 kind of stuff as well. Right. It takes like a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of energy to get together, and obviously we have like families and full-time jobs and things like that. So we kind of decided, right, okay, let's create music, let's get some great stuff out there, and then see if people like it in a way, and then now we're getting some good feedback, right? So
people love it.
Yeah. So if the people want to see it, then we
I don't know. At this point, I don't know who my next guest is until January, but hopefully I'll have somebody before then. But try to come up with a weird question for them. You don't have to do it right now, but
I've got one.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
It's not really a weird question.
Okay.
But whenever I do a live show with my other band, I always have wear a lucky pair of socks, which I call my broccoli socks because they've got broccoli on. They say rock on. So I got my
That's
proxy
good.
socks.
That's a good one.
So I always wear these every single. Thank you. I always wear these. I wonder if the next band have any lucky thing that they do or wear before they go and play a show.
Yeah. All right. I will ask that question.
Ask that question.
Ask that. So you have to watch that show, so then you get to see the answer.
I'll be tuning in. If you don't ask that question, I'll be reporting.
If I forget it, you'll be pissed. You'll be pissed. Now, Minnesota Dave has a question. Minnesota Dave in Kentucky has a question.
Hey.
And I'm not sure what he's referring to here because this could be it's very broad. But why do you do what you do? And you know, I do want to ask a lot of bands this too. You know, why do you do what you do? I guess why do you play the music? Let's put it like this. What does it do for you? Does that make sense? You know, what does it do for you guys as a whole? I guess. And individually, we can do individual also.
I mean, it's a very individual question, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll start. But for me, it brings out a lot of energy. You know, when you're writing a song, it's very therapeutic to write lyrics to something, especially when, you know, for example, Mo comes to me and he's going like, I've got this idea. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's amazing. And then suddenly in my head, I'm like, God, that's bringing like a film in my head. And I have to write it down really quickly. It brings out a lot of kind of therapeutic kind of energy, I guess, without sounding too hippie or whatever. But it's very therapeutic to see music. And when you're playing with the band, especially the music we play, any kind of things that really annoy you or angered you throughout the day, you can just kind of let it out. It's kind of like what people do, I guess, when they go to the gym or whatever. You know, when people go to the gym, they can, you know, let things out, and that's what music is about. For me, it's about like just letting out emotions, and the emotions that you've got bring out so many ideas. Like you can bring out so many things. So, oh, that's a really cool thing, and you can kind of make that anger into something really cool. And that sounds so hippie-ish, and I hate myself for saying it.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
You know, that's what music is for me. And you know, I've been listening to music since forever, and loved music forever, and it's always had a special connection for me. And I think if I didn't do live music and I wasn't in a band, and I wasn't creating music, I don't think I'd have.
It's therapy. It's therapy.
It is therapy. Yeah, it is. It's very therapeutic. That's kind of a long-winded answer from my side, Mo.
It gives me meaning and purpose. So besides your daily grind, like working, doing sports, meeting with friends, that's all nice and also gives purpose. But I want to have something above it, like something I build up for the rest of my life to work on, and something that also persists maybe when I'm gone. Let's see, something which is larger than just me, and that gives me the feeling of to matter, also for myself, for my friends, and yeah, for my bros in my band. Yeah, it just feels good to make something that lasts.
Yeah, for sure. Tom, I want to. I did this one.
What about you?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Don't forget about bass players. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Most important one.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Well, for me, it's just what I do. That's basically what defines me as a person. Having like a normal job, going back to music is like being home. You know?
Cool.
So playing music, writing music it defines me as a person, basically.
Nice.
I
think it does that for everybody, right, Tom? I mean, like, you know, it's
Yeah.
us.
Well,
That's how we met.
strangely,
So yeah.
The way you all answered is you're all talking about the same thing, and I think that's it. It's a creative outlet that, you know, that is part of you, and if you didn't, it's almost like breathing itself. It's kind of part and parcel of life for you, and yeah, I know that's the way it is for me. And Scott is as well. You know, you feel that as well. It's kind of, I think, I don't know. It sounds a bit odd. I suppose there probably is people out there that wouldn't get it, but there's an awful lot of people that do. You know, the minute
It's like a brotherhood. It's like a brotherhood and sisterhood of
yeah.
A
Absolutely.
collective or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
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 It's also, you know, like you have people who do sports and you
Yeah.
know, play football, meet up every Sunday or whatever to play in England, play football and stuff. They do that because they love it, and it gives them something else other than the mundane life that they may have. I mean, not saying we have mundane lives, but you know, the everyday going to
Yeah.
work, wake up, going to work, this kind of thing, right? So it gives them something, gives us all a little bit extra, something to look forward to, and creating. And when we're putting things, when we have that final product and we put it out into the world, you know, it's a scary moment. And you know, you're like, okay, you know, we've had stuff come back that says like, oh, the singer's rubbish or whatever, and it's like you've just got to kind of build up a resilience. But you go like, okay, I'll put this out in the world, and it's very exciting to do that. And it's about, you know, creating art. It's just like an artist creating a painting and, you know, selling that painting. You know, what a feeling that is to create something and then sell it, you know, and people enjoy it. And you don't know what it brings to people. And for me, that's something that's really exciting. You know, when people listen to our music and they go, oh, I really felt something else here. It's like, oh, okay, that's not really what I felt, but that's cool that it made you feel this way. And I think that's kind of why I do it as well, to see different people's reactions and what people get from it is something way more important than what we put in eventually, I think.
Dave has one more question here. He wants to know your favorite band, and I know we went through influences, you know, and who your influences are, but you know, sometimes it's different than what you're actually listening to. You know, I guess we can do it individually if you like. What's on your playlist now? What's your go-to when you go to listen to music?
Let's go with Julian first, because I see.
Let's do that.
Oh no, why? I was actually wondering what I'm listening to these days. But right now I'm listening to a lot of Iron Maiden. I'm going back to like the classics. Iron Maiden, Testament, heavy thrash metal classics. Yeah, that's what's on my playlist at the moment.
Should we go
starting?
You like the British bands then?
Huh?
You like the British bands?
British bands. Well, Judas Priest.
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. That's why you're with us.
Yeah.
Love it. I think from my side, like I listen to so one of my favorite bands, definitely this year, because I've been listening to their album on repeat so much since they brought it out, is a band called Everything Everything, who I think are just amazing. They're not anything like what we play or anything like this. They're kind of an indie rockish band from the UK, but I think the singer has such a unique voice and the choruses are amazingly catchy. So I listen to a lot of Everything in vocal wise, but I also listen to a lot of bands that don't have vocals at all. One of my favorite bands are Intervals, Animals as Leaders, and Pellini as well. All bands that are very guitar driven bands that are very have kind of like a jazz kind of very weird kind of stuff going on, but it's super interesting for me anyway.
So my latest addiction, so to say, is a band called Vola, if you've maybe heard of them. It's modern prog from Denmark, and they're getting quite famous those days, and they played Berlin 2 weeks ago, and they have something like between a really dreamy vibe, and then in the next second they're super heavy with this 8-string tuning, and they're different, like rhythmic wise. There's no band like Vola. Check it out. We went together, Julian and I.
Yeah, that was an amazing concert.
And also one of the best live sounds I ever had. It was such a blast, even for a small location. But other than that, I also like folk and indie stuff. For example, Fleet Foxes. You maybe know them from the US.
Fleet Foxes, no.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
Hives. You love the Hives.
Oh yeah, the Hives from Sweden. Yeah. So it's not only heavy metal all of the time. It just needs to give me a certain vibe to connect to.
Cool.
I think that's what's important, to be able to create music that's interesting. Don't listen to I mean, we all listen to different types of music anyway, and I think that's sort of what makes our sound and our future sound that we're creating, right? And it's always important to listen to really different music, like I listen to classical music because my mum loves classical music, and I got jazz influences from my dad and things like this. So I think like being brought up around all this different sort of music is really brings so much more to creating a great song.
Sure.
So yeah.
Hey, Tom, I don't want to go too far without playing something from you. I know you've done something where you brought a band together and to perform your stuff. Do you mind if I play a little? Do you mind if I play a little bit of Delicious?
Yeah, no, go ahead if you've got it. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Tom is
yeah.
also a musician, and that's how we met. He was first a guest, and now he's become a great friend and great supporter of the show. He still comes on as a guest every once in a while. But
Awesome.
this is his latest EP called Delicious, and the song's called Delicious. We'll listen to a little bit of this. Check this out. So good. When you get a chance,
Thank you.
flamboyant
Well,
bone.
by the way. So we're
Thank you.
going to be all over that. I love that. It kind of reminded me. The vocals are really cool. They're kind of a bit now new Arctic Monkeys-y style vocals. I think.
Right, yes.
Yes.
I don't know if that's insulting.
I hear it.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine. It's not something.
It also has some proggy
The fact
elements.
Sorry?
It also has some proggy elements to it.
Yeah, there is.
Like it.
It's become more proggy over time. So hopefully all the new stuff, because I've got this band together. It's taken the new guy, the drummer and the guitar player in particular, are part kind of have that influence. And yeah, it's all happening. It's very much similar story to you guys. I'd started actually doing it on my own during lockdown, and then it's just grown into something. Hopefully, maybe be able to play live next year if we can somewhere. So
We should do a gig together.
yeah, why not?
Let's do
Absolutely.
it.
One in London,
Yeah.
one in Berlin.
Well, yeah, come to Berlin.
Yeah, well, I'll come out. Yeah, we'll come to Berlin.
I'll be there too. I'll come
over
over.
to the UK, do a tour. Cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, definitely. We
Yeah.
should-
I'll come over. We'll do we'll do an interview before, live interview before, and then
Yeah.
take it
That'd be
away.
awesome. No, I
Take it
really
away.
loved it. That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. I'll be listening to you.
All right, we have Stellar Mirage still to listen to, and this song is great. Also, tell us about this song and what it's about and things like that.
He wrote the lyrics to
Yeah.
this, didn't you? Yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah. I think it's more about the dream journey. The chorus goes about it sees a mirage, something that is actually not there, and then letting go of it. So I think it's also reminding you of someone who is not there anymore, and you're still having the image, the mirage of him there, but he or she is gone, and you have to learn to let go.
Such romantic.
Here it is.
Yeah,
It
it
is,
is quite.
yeah.
I didn't know that I don't.
You're just singing it.
Me neither.
I never asked you. I'm singing these
Just
lyrics.
sing the words, Chris.
Yeah, you just don't worry about what it
I'll
means.
sing
Just
these
sing
lyrics.
these. They're good. Trust me, they're
Yeah, I
good.
think like when, yeah, I mean like that's also like really early song of ours, and yeah, I mean like when Mo gave me the lyrics, I was like, Shining Towers, what's like I was just like, what is all this, like thinking like I was in some sort of either computer game or I don't know.
It's more not to be taken word by word.
Yeah, you see, I quite
It's more what you made of it. It's a personal song. Like for some people, it could be about a person. For some, it could be about a phase of their life being passed and now living a different stage of their life. So it's personally something that you made out of the song.
to me it just reminds me of you because you wrote the lyrics.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
that's quite
sweet. All right, here, let's take a listen to
Right,
Stellar Mirage.
before you start playing,
Oh, you got to run.
I'm sorry, boys. I've got to go. My youngest is a scout, and I've got to go and pick her up. from
Good seeing you
I'll
again.
see you in
Good seeing you
Berlin,
again.
Tom. Hey, when we're
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, definitely. Well, look, I thought the EP, the two songs you're playing tonight are brilliant, but the whole EP I had listened to the other day, and it is fantastic. So just keep going. I really hope you all kind of get out. I think playing live, it would be a really good live show. So that's something. I think that's the next step.
We will.
But yeah, lovely to
Appreciate
meet you
that.
guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you,
stay
Tom.
I
much.
shall
Take
see
care.
you soon. Take
Take
care.
care.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a listen to Stellar Mirage. This is badass. Check it out. That might be my favorite one. Might
Oh,
be.
thank you so much.
They're all my favorites, though. They're all my favorites. But no, that Levitate and like that, yes. My goodness.
Just in time.
You're late. You're late. We've already talked about you. Behind your
Yeah.
back.
My
Behind your
mum's listening as well, I think. Hi, Mum.
Nice. Hi,
And my
Mom.
dad. And Dad.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, everyone. Yes, it's refreshing. That you know, I think for a while people were afraid to play anything that sounded like Tool. You know, I think that's what it was, and I hate comparing you to Tool, but it's hard not to. But you can't. I don't know how to say it. Like I think. Sorry, Maynard, it's better than Tool. I said it. What are the chances he's fucking listening anyway? Who cares? Who cares? But I think it's got that energy that Tool is not bringing anymore. You know what I mean? Like Tool is kind of like they're doing this thing where they're trying to do all these freaking time signatures and nobody understands it, and it's not, you know, like the Anima album was great, but beyond that, it's kind of like, okay, you're doing all these freaking time changes and stuff, and it's hard to bang your head to, but this stuff you can. And that's what needed to come back, and you guys brought it to light, but you're bringing all this other influence in with it, and you're putting this into this thing that's called Flanger, and it's right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, totally. I mean, like, I totally agree. Like, you know, Tool were so dominant in that kind of prog scene, the prog metal scene, that people were scared. You know, people, whenever you try and do something that sounded a bit like Tool, people be like, oh yeah, they're just copying Tool because you know that's popular in the scene. But I mean, I think now, I mean, like, you know, Tool will be around forever, right? So it's about time that someone
maybe,
goes, all right.
Maybe.
You know,
we never
know. It's about time that people go like, okay, let's attempt it. We're not scared of it. I mean, we're not scared to be compared to Tool at all. I mean, it's a fantastic compliment because they're obviously, you know, they're
I mean, there's even a Tool cover band that I don't think sound that much like Tool. They do, but they have to sound like Tool because they're a Tool cover band, you know. But
yeah,
why would you, if you have the talent to do that, why are you just copying it, you know?
That's the same. Yeah, that's what I think about a lot of cover bands. I think, like, I mean, obviously, I think that obviously the music industry, it's very hard to make money. Cover bands can make money very easily to be like you know, oh, we'll just, you know,
unless they're playing live constantly,
income, right? Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I think, like, if you've got that much talent to be able, especially Tool songs, if you've got that much talent to play Tool songs, then you definitely have enough talent to be able to write your own songs. And I think it's just a matter of these guys are doing wine stuff. I don't know what it is. But I think, like, yeah, I totally agree. If you've got enough talent to do Tool songs, then you've definitely got enough talent to write songs that may not end up sounding anything like Tool.
I think Tool should try to cover a Flanger song. Damn it, let's try that. Let's try that.
I think Maynard might struggle with my vocals.
I think he would too, and see, that's what's awesome. That's what makes you, you know, like, and you know, you can go back and watch any show that I've done. I hate comparing bands to any big bands because it doesn't. It sounds like Tool, similar, but it doesn't. It sounds like a Flanger, you know, because your voice is not Maynard, which is great. But it fits with Flanger. It fits together. And please don't stop making music. Please keep doing this. Keep doing it, and come back to the show. Come back on, you know, anytime. You can come back tomorrow. I don't care. I got nothing going on. Let's do it. You know, let's do a show.
The weekend.
But I always like to give the guest 5-10 minutes, however long they need, to just plug themselves at the end of the show. Go ahead, and whoever wants to do it, doesn't matter. Where can people find you?
Oh, well, I mean, you can find us on any social media. Our Instagram is at Flanger.
Flanger Music.
Flanger Music.
Flanger Music,
So
yeah. I think
go and follow us on that Flanger Music. We're on YouTube, so go and find us at Flanger. Don't just YouTube Flanger. You'll have a load of
a whole world of things will be up there.
Flanger music probably on, or just Flanger Levitate, and then you'll find us, and we're all over the everywhere.
We have YouTube with 2 music videos. So we did one shot with us actually performing for Levitate, and then we have one animated video for Stellar Mirage. So for both songs we heard tonight, you will find us as well on YouTube.
Yeah, and we're releasing new music soon. So, you know, if you like the music that we're doing now, hopefully you'll like the music that we're going to do in the future, because we've been in the studio already, kind of doing the groundwork of what we're ready to, you know, the pre-recordings, post-recording or pre-recording to do some. We've got some great ideas, and you know, our drummer, luckily enough, is also our producer, and
Nice. That makes it even easier. Yeah. Hell
he's
yeah.
got his own recording studio. So, you know, we just go in there and we're making what I think is some of the most exciting Flanger music coming up. So, from vocal wise, I think I'm very excited about it. It's a bit different vocals. I think just from you know, when we were recording the vocals for Flanger's old songs, I was maybe a bit nervous and still trying to find my vocals for Flanger, right? And as it is with a lot of bands, they try and find their sound as they record. And I think like these next recordings, for me personally, I've found my favorite sound, which isn't too different from what we've done, but it's definitely a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting. So
I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait.
It's gonna be cool. It's good. I mean, we got some of the demos, and it's. I'm excited.
Well, definitely come back. Definitely come back. Bring the new stuff with you. If it's not even out yet, we can premiere it here. Anything you guys want to do, I'm here for you. We'll do it, and we'll let everybody hear it before it even comes out if you want.
Love it. Love it.
That. But definitely come back to the show. I'd love to have you guys back. Well, I'll talk to Tom and we'll get him back in as well.
Yeah.
And
Tom's cool. I love that guy. I mean,
yes, he's I met him a long time ago. I've been on the show next July. At the end of July will be 5 years I've done this show, and I met him very early on, probably 3 years ago, as a guest, and we met on SoundCloud actually, of all places. And I had music up there, and he had music up there, and I just started on the show, and he came on as a guest, and he's been we've never shook hands in person, but we've shook hands many times over Zoom, and I know that I'll be in London to see him pretty soon. I have plans to travel abroad.
Let us know. We'll all come over to London. We'll have a big old night.
Yes, we will have a huge night. And it's I can't wait to just hug him, you know, just as a brotherly hug, and just be like, man, it's been so long.
It's so weird, like you've never met, hey? You've
never met in person, no.
But like, yeah, it's so weird when you kind of have this connection through the wonderful world of internet, and then
exactly.
Making that connection is what it's all about.
It's surreal what this show, like there's so many people that I know that I've spent an hour with that I've talked to over time, and maybe they haven't come on a second time, but it's okay. I can still hit them up and ask them a question about something that I don't know, and they might know the answer to. You know, there's a band in Bakersfield, California called Contranistas, and I haven't mentioned them on the show for a while, but they're an instrumental band, and the guitar player, he's got one of those double guitars. You know, there's two.
Oh, okay.
He's got one of those, and he uses all these different kind of pedals. So like whenever I have a question about a pedal, I'll hit him up and see what he thinks about the pedal, and you know, just things like that. Just different things that I can ask that I would have no connection with, you know, if I hadn't started on the show. So thank you guys you were, you can't see it, but right above that it says
we can see it.
I can take it off.
I got it.
You guys are episode 310.
Yes.
310, and also the third band from Germany. So thank you very much for being on.
And the best band from Germany on this show right now.
The best band to date. From Germany, and the best band to date on the show. All that stuff. Yes. Well, thank you guys very much for being on the show. Come back.
Thank you.
Let's premiere a song. Let's premiere an album. Let's premiere something. anytime you guys want to come back on, you're welcome to be back on the show.
Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's been
Sure.
a pleasure for us. Really loved it.
If you guys have 5 minutes, I'll talk to you a little bit after I kill the live stream, and I'll say
Sure.
a formal goodbye. A formal goodbye.
Yeah. Hi,
Playing
Mom.
us-
Hi, Dad.
Yeah. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Oh, my girlfriend, Bianchin. Hi.
So on. Love you.
Playing us out of the show tonight is a band called The Cause of Depression from Phoenix, Arizona, and I actually I owe them an email. I will send them an email after we're done tonight. The Cause of Depression. The song is called Narcissistic, and I do need to reschedule Wednesday's show. I was sick this past week. I'm better. I'm completely better. Flanger was on, for sure. So I will reschedule Paula Foggia from China. Hopefully next week. We'll try to get them back.
That'd be cool.
That'd be their second time on the show. So
Nice.
it'll be good. And I do have a show that I will announce tonight. Also, it's already up on YouTube. Lilith Rising from Charlotte, North Carolina, will be on January the 2nd. So that will be in January. That will be the first show of the year. Yay! Happy New Year! Not yet. Christmas is right around the corner. Just so you guys know, Christmas is right around. All right, here's The Cause of Depression with Narcissistic, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks, guys, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Watching you ignore the base of your